Hey, Basement Tapes number 42. And in 1952, if you aren't collecting trading cards, you just aren't doing it right. I'm not quite sure what else you would have been doing back then, but they were coming at you from cereal boxes, as we learned, from all sorts of fun stuff. So we're still in 1952. Of course, Topps Bowman doing their baseball card thing. There's football cards out there. There's multi-sport cards. But this is something special here. And if you didn't get any of these back in the day, boy, you weren't trying hard enough. These are the 1952 Topps Wings cards. Yep, airplanes and stuff flying around in the air. What a time to be alive. In the 50s here, we'll see a lot of oddball cards, vintage non-sports stuff. And this is one of those sets, the 1952 Topps Wings. I have 15 of them. That's 1-5, which isn't nearly enough. There are 200 in the set, average value of $2.50. Total value of $500. It'll cost you between $300 and $600 to gather these cards as a set. Beckett doesn't say much here other than they were produced by Topps. So let's go to the TCDB to get some more dirt on these 1952 Topps Wings. These are the R707-4s, of course, R Bubblegum post 1948. 200 cards, 2 and 5/8 by 3 3/4. Uh, Lots of fun stuff here. Not any rookies in here that we know of. Not any Hall of Famers in here that we know of. And not a lot on TCDB either. It will talk us through the packaging here. So there is a Mr. Retailer. Wings is the most complete set of the world's aircraft ever published. Each giant size card contains a full color picture and vital plane statistics. Spot that plane. Every alert young American plane spotter will use the official 3-view block silhouettes on the reverse side of each card to identify planes in the sky. Can you name the plane? Friend or foe? Of course, we were getting into the Cold War. It was getting chilly, bordering on frigid, and the enemy was in the sky. They were in the sea. They were amongst us, perhaps, judging by the whole McCarthyism movement. So anyway, hobby cards, blah blah blah, wings, picture card, bubblegum, name the plane, friend or foe, 5 cents. So I'm not quite sure how many were per, but 5 cents. Gum base, sugars, corn syrup, and chaos ensued. Copyright 1952. There is all sorts of fun stuff. The wrapper's pretty cool. If you can find these wrappers, and boy, again, if they could reproduce these posters, I'd hang my whole inside and outside of my house with these posters. The Wings card has a big old Fortress 4-engine bomber on the front of it, and let's get through some of these cards in the gallery. Maybe we'll learn something. First card is the T-33 U.S. Air Force jet trainer. There is a MiG-15 Russian jet fighter. So fronts of these cards, nice little artwork, reminiscent of the days of the 30s. How they did it with baseball players, but painted on airplanes. The backs are, boy, there's all sorts of colors going on here. There's red, there's pink, there's blue on the standard grayish uh, Topps paperbacks of the day. Let's read about the MiG-15. The MiG-15 Russian jet fighter. Name this plane. So on the back, the trivia, there is a completely different plane on there that you need to figure out, but it'll tell you where the answer is on the next card. So the MiG-15 is the outstanding jet plane used by enemy forces during the Korean War. The swept wing fighter is serving in large numbers with the Soviet air forces in eastern Germany. It gets its name from the initials of its manufacturers, Mikoyan and Gurevich. The wing spread is 32 feet 2 inches. Length is 32 feet 8 inches. Stalling speed is an asterisk. I'm not sure what's going on there. Maximum speed is 640 miles per hour. Weight is 12,000 pounds. Number of crew 1. Number of engines 1. Information is not available according to the asterisk at the bottom. TCG printed in USA. Wings, courtesy Herald Tribune Incorporated. Friend or foe, see next card. So the plane on the back of this card is the next card in order. Like I said, the XC 120 pack plane. So we got British planes, we got U.S. planes, we have Navy planes, Air Force planes, Russian planes, all sorts of fun stuff. There were a lot of airplanes up in the sky apparently back in the day. There's the Vampire from the British jet, and there's the British jet bomber Canberra. All sorts of crazy prop planes and jet planes, advanced trainers, Chinook helicopters, all that stuff. So if you're into aviation, or if you're like me, you're just into really cool vintage non-sports cards, then you can learn a lot about the airplanes of the day back then, and you can learn a lot about the climate and the mood of the world in general. Just hard to believe that there were so many airplanes out there flying around, bumping uglies up in the jet stream. Boy, the F-84F looked like a badass U.S. Air Force jet fighter bomber. This is the first swept-wing fighter bomber used by the U.S. Air Force because it must often carry heavy loads of armaments for long distance or must circle around the target area for long periods. The F-84F carries two huge extra fuel tanks of 230 gallons each under its wings. Whew, man, again, what a time to be alive in the 50s. So that's that. That is the R707-4 1952 Tops Wings friend or foe set. Sleep well, and don't forget, when you hear the sirens, get under your desks. Cheers.